And it's an offense that, as Cole told you, has been very productive. Fourth in scoring offense, second in total offense, and this is Davion Smith, the former Michigan Wolverine, at 230 pounds for 6 yards. Tough to bring down and somersaulting back up. And he will always orchestrate pre-snap. On third down, Perez on an out to Deontay Burnett. Smith with a lane. And Chuck Long wants to run it more. He was telling us this week. To the air, quick one, and that is caught at the 45 by Isaiah Winstead for a first down. 5 wide for Luis Perez on third down. Incomplete, intended for Sal Cannella. Third down at 6, low snap. Wilkins handled it. Steps up, and this is what he can do with his legs. Manny Wilkins searching for space, but he gets wrapped up a couple of yards shy by a Janae Harris, and it's fourth down. They want to get Ayler some reps here down the stretch, and he can run it, but there's nowhere to go, and the ball came out at the end.
But he's an elite level runner as well, and so you see that zone read. The defense actually changes their mentality when a new quarterback comes in.
Had some time with the Seattle Seahawks last season as well. Second drive for St. Louis, and here's Jacob Sailors testing the right side and got tripped up by Story Jackson. And they're really excited for him to get another chance. Sailors again, right side, and Sailors with a first down before he gets stood up. Third down from the 43 for St. Louis. Wilkins across the middle, and it looked like he had enough. Ball came out from Blake Jackson,
and there was this sense of calmness about him. Now, he's a big dude, about 6'5", but he's got this calm demeanor about him, always around the football. Notice how he comes to the side of the ball, doesn't fall on top of it so it doesn't squirt out. Great job by Will Clark.
Looked like Miles Dorn forced it out, and then Clark fell on it. Sudden change, plus territory for Arlington, and it's a reverse. Perez, sideline, Cannella! Touchdown! 46 yards with some trickery, and Arlington strikes first.
Big time play, but an even bigger time play is this. Essentially, it's almost like a flea flicker, right? Double, pitch it right to Sal Cannella. Quinterio Cole is out of position, tries to make the tackle. This Arlington team is playing with a newfound confidence.
If you're new to the UFL, we don't kick extra points. This is going for 2 points from the 5, and they've got it to Isaiah Winstead. And the lead is 8-0 for the Renegades here in the first.
Because you never know when your number is going to be called.
So playoff bound St. Louis trails. Third drive starts with a Jacob Sailors run, and he always does this. Bangs off tacklers.
It's an active front. They've been active all season.
Sailors again up the middle, and he's got a first down. Coming up on the last 2 minutes of the first quarter, and Manny Wilkins on a throwback for Wayne Gallman, drops it in. Gallman's got room down the sideline, lowering the shoulder, coming off a 2-touchdown week. It's 17 for the former Clemson star. First down, good handle by Wilkins. Shakes Miles Dorn, and now Wilkins takes off toward the sideline. And Manny Wilkins with the athleticism on the catch, and with his ankle injury suffered a couple of weeks ago. Gallman. Nothing doing on the left side. It's a loss of 2, and it's third down. Stood up by Tomasi Lalile. He could play this week if it were the championship. Third down, and Wilkins looking for Gallman out of the backfield, making the adjustment and the catch for a first down. St. Louis, again, you saw, came up empty in the first quarter offensively. Down by 8, and Manny Wilkins rolls out under some pressure, and Wilkins just gets rid of it.
Smart decision.
And the wide receivers who have the headsets in their helmets. Wilkins with some shake, got it away to Darius Shepard, who gets wrangled down inside the 5, and third and goal coming. With coaches' kids' names in them. Wilkins a draw, up the middle, and he gets buried. Markel Lee and Jamal Carter in on the stop. Anthony Becht opts for points and summons the former Lou Groza Award winner at Syracuse, Andre Schmidt, from 20 to get the Battlehawks on the board. Bob Stoops' Renegades team here in week 9 in the UFL leads St. Louis by 5, and this is Davion Smith with a cut, and Davion Smith with a first down for an offense that wanted to run it more. Eventually became the offensive coordinator there. Quick one to the outside, and that's caught by Tyler Vaughns, the former USC wide receiver. Adrian Ely at right tackle. Quick one across the middle, and Deontay Burnett reached out to pluck it. And again, Devin Darrington played at Harvard. Takes it out for 4 yards. 3rd down and 1 coming up for the Renegades.
If he gets around you, he gets that edge. That's a direct line to the quarterback. So you have to time it up perfectly when you do begin. We call it a pit move. So as soon as that defensive end, as soon as that edge defender gets it.
And so now 3rd down for Arlington, leading in the 2nd quarter. Perez checks it down to Davion Smith out of the backfield, but it's just a yard. He grew up in Mexico until he was 12 years old and then played at Texas Tech. This is from 44 with a flag down, and the kick on its way, and good. We'll check the marker on the near sideline.
Offside, defense number 9 lined up in the neutral zone. The 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
He's headed back to the NFL. 3rd down and 7. Perez pumps, steps up, and hung onto the football. It's a loss of a couple as Carson Wells, the former Colorado Buffalo, got to him. 4th down.
Back to look at the pass rush. Look at number 7 right through the middle. Carson Wells coming around. You see
had been a 44-yard try. This is from 38 for Jonathan Garibay. And in the end, Bob Stoops at Arlington end up with their 3 points in the first round of the playoffs. And they can do that with a win today. And if San Antonio loses to undefeated Birmingham, which is coming up. Here's Darius Shepard with the seam upfield, and Darius Shepard is wrapped up at the 50.
They remember that, and they're playing a lot differently now.
Midfield, and Manny Wilkins gives it to Jacob Sailors. Breaks a tackle, and Sailors tripped up inside the 15. A saving tackle from Stevie Jones after 39.
Get from Jacob Sailors. Let's look at this left guard right here. Steven Gonzalez. He's going to be right there on the middle of your screen. Take that one block down and look at that gap and that hole that it creates for Sailors. Makes it harder on the safeties to be able to tackle because that gap is so wide. So you want that consistency from the front and the coverage.
Sailors out of the backfield. Sailors. Touchdown!
He knows how to find the end zone, and he knows how to bring the juice.
You can go for 1, 2, or 3 here in the UFL. Option. Goldman a cut, lost the football. Picked up by Arlington, and they get a stop and still have the lead. From Choctaw Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Luis Perez toward the sideline, drops it in the bucket for Deontay Burnett and a 1st down. Davion Smith saddles up beside Luis Perez. 4-man rush to the sideline, and Winstead got the feet in bounds for a 1st down. All 3 timeouts, $1:54 to go, and Perez across the middle to Deontay Burnett. Very close to the sticks. Perez, sideline, Winstead! Touchdown! Contested catch, Isaiah Winstead from 27 yards out.
Put me in, coach. Throw it to me. I'll make it happen. Missed jam by Chris Payton-Jones. You saw that missed reroute. That's how you get behind the defender, and then eyes focus on that ball.
And Holton Ahlers, a running threat, comes in for Perez. Runs the option. A reverse. Winstead again for 2 more. Have a day, Isaiah Winstead.
Has stepped up. So Holton Ahlers, a running threat. You think it's going to be that speed option. Great play call by Chuck Law in the reverse. Great blocking on the outside by Davion Smith, just having body presence.
Now his 3rd season coaching an Arlington football team. This year in the United Football League. 10-point lead, Darius Shepard. Streaks upfield, broke a tackle. And Shepard past the 40.
Down by 10, got to score. Smart decisions.
Manny Wilkins finds Darius Shepard. Shepard with some space to the 35. 29 yards on the ground after 79 for him rushing last week in his first start for the injured A.J. McCarron. Across the middle, it's Darius Shepard. Made a man miss. Shepard to the 5. Just got the snap off. Wilkins ducked away from trouble. Wilkins upfield with a dive. And they're spotting him short and out of bounds at the 3. To very quickly jump in and say, hey, yes, the foot was out at the 3, but the ball, as you see here, should be at the 1.
Correct, and that foot down, you can see it, that outside foot is right down, but the ball is extended. So great job by Mike Pereira and the U.S. Army Command.
Can St. Louis get 6? Down by 10, headed toward halftime. Jacob Sailors up the middle, squirting through, and he's marked short.
And all score and no scoring plays are reviewed in the U.S. Army Command Center.
Is there a definitive look there? I don't know.
Yeah, we're in a timeout, Mayday.
There was a timeout anyways. But...
And they're going to try to punch this in from inside the 1. Hakeem Butler, or rather, Kimari Averett and Jake Sutherland behind for a tush push for Manny Wilkins. Waiting on a signal. There it is. It's a touchdown. On 4th and goal, a tush push, St. Louis style.
It proved to pay off. That's that tush push you talked about. Look at Kimari Averett and Jake Sutherland. 2 big, strong tight ends, making sure their quarterback gets in the end zone.
No team in the UFL has attempted or converted. Defense, if they were to take it away like last time, they could have 2 points at stake here as well. Wilkins to throw, and a screen is incomplete for Sailors. Manny Wilkins leading this offense, gives it off to Sailors, trying to spin free, and he does for a first down.
And his skill level led the XFL in touchdowns last year. You have to keep eyes on him at all times.
First 4 yards of that over-under total. They air it out for Stephen Mitchell. Was he inbounds? Yes, he was.
The ball looked to me as if it were bobbled, and so if it were bobbled, then you could go and say, hey, I want to challenge it, not a catch. Correct. UFL rules has to be both feet and possession.
We'll never know. 2nd down and goal. Wilkins under some pressure, dancing away. Wilkins is in with a touchdown. When 5+ years between starts. Wayne Gallman spins and ends up short on a 1-point attempt. Perez sideline, and he's got Isaiah Winstead. Broke the initial tackle, takes it out just shy of the 50. Undrafted out of ECU.
Undrafted, but he's making the most out of his opportunity. Great job on the out route. Doesn't go out of bounds. That's Chris Payton-Jones again.
In the immediate continuing action, a clear recovery. 3rd down, Sal Cannella broke a tackle with a juke, and Sal Canella's got a first down. The individual effort.
So yes, it's effort. Sal Cannella gets behind that zone, but then watch how he gets vertical right here. He gets vertical. He needed 4 more yards. He got 5. He could have ran sideways, tried to run around, but he's terrible.
Perez, quick one. Sal Cannella searching for the sticks, and looks like he might be marked short there. A roll, and Seth Green's got it. Off to the races. And Green's bumped out of bounds. Seth Green played in Minnesota for P.J. Fleck and at Houston. 29 yards, and now out of the backfield, he's got it again. Touchdown, and his first of the season puts Arlington back in front.
Stepped up like Isaiah Winstead, but now Seth Green has stepped up. That's that motion that's somewhat hard to stop going across the ball. You have to have your eyes ready as a defender. Eyes were late. Green is open.
Arlington this year 9 for 16 coming in, going for 2. Green's got it again. The lead is 6.
South Canella, I want Luis to go to whoever's open. Well, you see Seth Green right here. It looks like somewhat of a nod route.
Who Stormy told you they were going to be minus very quickly. Devin Darrington with a cut for a first down. Virginia as well, pick 15.
He was part of the Guardians last season. He's a smaller back, 5'8".
It's happening quickly in coaching for some guys nowadays. He's trying to earn it. 3rd down and 11. Perez steps up, directs, floats, Bonds with redemption.
XFL player from last year, former 5-star recruit. But watch Luis Perez. He gets up towards the line, but he stops before he crosses the line.
Love using Green as a wildcat option as well.
Terrible, sit up.
5 wide, pressure, quick release. South Canella swarmed just a yard with Tim Harris on the scene. This is to make it a 9-point lead, which in this league is still a 1-score game. And Jonathan Garibay is good to make it 30-21 Renegades. 1 through the air and 2 on the ground for Manny Wilkins. Battlehawks down by 9. Jacob Sailors up the middle with a first down past the 35, Stormy. They're running back, the league's leader in total touchdowns. Yeah, will it be the legs from Manny Wilkins? Spinning away from Vic Beasley. Kept his footing. Wilkins still alive. Manny Wilkins diving and has a first down. Wayne Gallman's still in there. Sutherland, that tight end in motion. Wilkins searching and lobbing for Sutherland with a first down and more, and hurtling to the 37. Here in the 4th quarter in week 9 in this 10-week season. Wilkins, sideline for Pearson. Oh! Intercepted by Stevie Jones. How do you do? 1:57 to go. 3rd down and 13 now for Arlington. 4-man rush. Perez climbs, takes off, and Mike Rose meets him. And how does Manny Wilkins respond after the interception? Wilkins picked off again! Joe Powell stays on his feet and scores! It's a pick 6 to seal it. Along the sidelines.
From the Globe Institute of Technology, notice him stop. He's at middle field. He shows too high early, and then he goes down to single high. Manny Wilkins does not see him.
Joe Powell joining Houston's Corn Elder, who had 98 yards on the run back in week 2. 1:31 to go, 14-point lead for Arlington. And this is Ja'Cour Pearson looking for a lane, and he gets wrapped up by Story Jackson right around the 40. This doubleheader in the United Football League still to come right here on ABC with 2 playoff teams. Birmingham and San Antonio. Wilkins up the seam, and he's picked again. Miles Thorne's got it this time, and that will absolutely stamp this. And Arlington will grab its 2nd win of the season. St. Louis had thrown 3 interceptions all season, and in the 4th, St. Louis threw 3 more, and Arlington came away with the takeaways and a huge 2nd win of the season for the Bob Stoops-led Renegades.